So why is dating so bad? It's because it's gone from a completely in-person process to a 100% electronic interaction. Dating apps have largely taken the social element out of dating, and this has caused the majority of the problems that we're now all facing with the dating process. Before dating apps, the way you used to meet your partner was by crossing paths with them at a bar, at a restaurant, at a birthday party, while you're out at the grocery store. This has largely been replaced by this endless swiping in solitude from your couch. There's a number of issues that have resulted in this process. We were never meant to have as many options in dating as we have nowadays. Think about going when you go to the Cheesecake Factory. You can't figure out what you want to eat. And it's the same thing with dating nowadays. We have way too many options that we're presented with, that we're making these quick, shallow, 0.9-second decisions to swipe to the next option. Not only that, when you're meeting somebody, we have this feeling that there's a better option if we don't like the way that they do something, or these simple, shallow judgments that we're making to get to the next swipe. You're also doing this when you meet people. You think that there's a better option just around the next swipe. Electronic dating has no chemistry. There's no way for you to read body language, emotion, personality. You're interacting with somebody new over essentially a text message. Think about that. You're robbed of all of the elements that we need, the social cues that we need to judge whether or not there's chemistry with somebody. When you meet somebody in person, you know within 30 seconds if they're a potential friend, if they're a partner, or you just fucking hate them. Another thing is ghosting. A lot of people are just on the apps for that validation they get when they match with somebody. They don't really intend to interact. You might send a message and you get ghosted. Nobody replies back. They might be a catfish too. You don't really know who's on the other end of that profile. And nowadays, with AI bots up and coming, and I've seen this happen, where they're cataloging your personal information that you're serving up, right? You're voluntarily trying to build trust with this new person. They're taking that information, they're databasing it, they're using that information in future profiles that they match with you on, and they're able to build trust even quicker. Oh, hey, you like English Bulldogs? So do I. So now they're going to take that information and hack your email accounts, try to hack your social engineer your bank accounts. This is the scary thing that's going to be happening with these electronic platforms out there. Okay, Scott, so what's the answer? So I've been studying this. This has been my passion. I launched one of the first mobile dating sites in the US back in 2005. I started seeing the damage dating apps were causing to the dating process as early as 2016. I began building a platform to correct these issues. My goal was to give people a tool that helps you go back to meeting in person, in real life. So I started with the best end results, right? If I could get two like-minded people to the right place to cross paths organically, how do I do that? And I built a platform called Swerve that does that. What it does is it plots your matches on a map anonymously by default. It's more of a tool than a dating app. There's no profiles to swipe through. You're not trying to electronically interact with anybody. What I want you to do is to have information. So say you're going out on a Friday night, you can go online, maybe the bar you're heading to has 4 potential matches that match what you're looking for. But maybe what if the bar across the street has 23 matches? So now you have information to decide the better places to go, where you have a higher chance of crossing paths with those matches organically. You're just putting yourself in the better place. That is the vision behind Swerve, to facilitate these in-person connections that preserve that chemistry that you get when you meet somebody. Not only that, one of the big problems nowadays is nobody approaches anybody anymore out in public. Dating apps have removed that. We do it from the solitude of our couch. There's no reason anybody's going out and approaching anybody. And also, there's a big intimidation about whether or not somebody's taken, whether they're available. So on Swerve, you can see who's single at the coffee shop you're at the gym or restaurant that you're at. So because you see them on the platform, you have a little bit of a green light to go up and approach them. They see you as a match as well. So now it takes that fear of rejection and intimidation away. And we're also building in new functionality to the platform where it'll help you approach people. It'll tell you their likes and how to break the ice. Hey, come up and ask me about XYZ. So it's going to give you a better way to go meet people and get to the better places to have a higher chance of meeting somebody in public. So if you want to check it out, you can go to swervedating.com. There's more info there. There's a lot to this platform. There's a lot of safety aspects that are built in. I've been building this for over 10 years now, so I've thought of everything. You're not going to be followed. You're not going to be stalked through the platform. I've done extensive user testing to make sure that can't happen. Check out my other pinned video on Swerve Safety to understand what those mechanisms are and how the platform works in a little more detail. This will help ease that fear. Use code TikTok right now. That's going to hook you up with an upgraded membership. It's completely free to use, but we do have a premium option that gives you some extra perks. You don't need it though, but use the code TikTok and you'll get that upgrade. Check it out. Let me know what you think. We need help gaining awareness around the platform, so please leave a comment, like this video, reshare my pinned videos. It really helps us get that awareness out, helps pull in people around your area, and it's creating that network effect. If you reshare it and somebody that follows you reshares it as well, that's how we're going to get off the ground. We're not a big company. We don't have huge marketing budgets at all. We're really pushing the organic movement to go back to in real life meetings.